Kill me! I'm here! Kill me!
Hey everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my review of Nick and Norah's Infinite Playlist, a 2008 movie that I think went really under the radar and deserves a lot more credit than it gets. And I think a lot of the reason why people don't talk about it at all is because they never heard of it. It was a lower budget, lower box office film. It stars Michael Cera and Kat Dennings. And I know Kat Dennings has a lot of detractors these days, largely based on her performance in Thor 2, which I really, really stack up to being overly comedically written and kind of poorly so, and the same I think holds true for her character in Two Broke Girls, a show that I think can be considered really subpar accurately. And that I think is a shame because it takes away from her charms, which I think she certainly has some. She can be very entertaining in a film. She has a very sarcastic wit, and that works really great for this movie. For those of you who don't know what this movie's about, which is probably the majority of you, essentially, Nick plays a member of a band who's recently suffered a heartbreak, and throughout a night he meets Norah, Kat Dennings' character, and they have all kinds of connections and they have all kinds of adventures as they get to know one another and they misread one another and they come together. Things work, things don't work, blah 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 blah. But really the fun of this movie is in the adventure of the night. It reminds me of movies like Dazed and Confused and stuff like that. I mean, I don't think this is quite a Dazed and Confused level. I don't think it's as good as that film, but I think it has a similar feel because it's an ensemble movie where they're all out having their adventures in a single night. It all takes place in one night. You see a little bit in the afternoon, but generally speaking, it's all within one night. And it's a gang of people that are doing all this stuff. Now, this movie's far from perfect. There are some elements of it that are kind of a little bit mediocre. Kat Dennings' character, Norah, has a friend who is an interesting figure in the film. She has this runner that she's losing her gum all over the place, and she keeps finding it and putting it back in her mouth and all over New York, and it's really played up as being disgusting, and obviously it very much is. But at the same time, it's kind of a bit mediocre, a bit sophomoric, but it also kind of works because they just take it to such a degree. And then Nick's bandmates are the other characters you see throughout much of the film, and one of my favorite aspects of this film is one of his bandmates is a gay dude, and he has another guy that he meets in the night, and you find out very early on that they're romantically interested in one another. And I think that they're the two of the best parts of this film because they're not written where their sexuality is their defining characteristic. I mean, it is very much there. They aren't pretending like they're straight. They're not in the closet in any way, shape, or form. They're not pretending in any regard. They are gay. They are written like they are gay, but that is not all they are, which I thought was absolutely fantastic in this movie. They are two dudes who happen to be the friend of a guy who's going through a moment in his life, and you definitely are reminded throughout because you see them having like knowing looks at one another because they have a relationship, not because they're like judging him or anything like that. I just thought that they were very, very well written. I absolutely love that element of the film, and I just really like the chemistry between Nick and Norah, and I think this film is definitely one worth seeing. So those are my thoughts on Nick and Norah's Infinite Playlist. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen it, if you've heard of it, what you think of it, and please hit that like button, hit that share button. It makes it much more likely that other people will discover my channel that wouldn't otherwise. And if you are new here, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can find out when I put out new videos and come and check them out. Other than that, have yourself a good day. Good day.